There will be times when you can lift your mood with those little mood changes, and other times when you need to bring in the big guns, and that's training your mind. Knowing how to choose thoughts, beliefs, and words so that you can interpret what's going on, so that you can give it meaning. We live in a world of unprecedented change, yes? We are surrounded by things we're not responsible for and can't control, but we can always change ourselves. We're always in charge of how we feel about a situation. No one can make us angry. No one can make us irritated. No one can make us feel down unless we interpret that situation in such a way that it leads to those emotions. The thoughts we think. 50,000 thoughts every 24 hours. How many of you are surprised to know that you think that fast? But if you've ever woken up in the middle of the night and started thinking about things, it won't surprise you, will it? And most of those thoughts are negative. And we're influenced by the media, aren't we? Bad news. So many times we get to work happy and then we are infected by someone who's got a bad attitude or feeling a little bit down and they share their bad news. So the thoughts that we think, the beliefs that we hold, we have to be prepared living in the world today to challenge beliefs that we've held that have been of some value to us. Maybe a week ago or a year ago. How many of you recently changed your beliefs about things in order to live? It's called psychological growth. We live in a world of great change and we have to change our outlook, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable. And the words we speak. You know, the words that you choose to describe an experience will either intensify the feelings or lower the feelings. People say, how was your day today? It was a disaster. How's that going to make you feel? Stressed or relaxed? Yep. How was your day today? Awful. You get to work, you're busy. I hate it when that happens. It's not fair. We should have more staff. Oh, you'll be coping pretty well. What if, knowing that words have that power, you get to work in the morning and you say to yourself, busy day, I can handle it. I've handled tough times before and I can handle today. Whatever the challenge, whatever the need, I've got what it takes, I will succeed. Well, that might be a little bit much for some of you. So I said to myself, cheer up, things could get worse. And I cheered up and sure enough, things got worse. I want to tell you a story about attitude. I was on a tram going down Toorak Road one day towards Chapel Street. If you've ever been on that tram, there's a little bit of a decline. So as we're on this tram going down, we gathered speed, and the tram driver could be heard saying, whee! Now, if you've been on Melbourne trams, you'd have to agree that this is unusual. And I needed to find out who was driving the tram, so I went down to her and I said, gee, you're a joy germ, you're a happy chops. Why so happy? She said, I never used to be. The traffic used to bother me, the passengers used to bother me, I used to get uptight until one day I woke up and said, I have to change. If I don't change my outlook, I have to stop doing this. So she said, now I come to work to have fun. She said, I have jokes with the passengers. I don't let the other drivers bother me. See what she's saying? She's choosing her response. And I have a ball every day. And apart from that, everyone that got on the tram could feel that. And I think we so quickly transfer our attitude to other people. We don't always realise it, but I think we know when we've got someone negative with us. Let's demonstrate that, shall we, Shayne? Let's have a situation where Shayne comes to work. Do you want to be the misery guts or the happy chops?
I'll be the misery guts.
Okay, Shayne's going to be the misery... Shayne's going to be the misery guts. I'm going to be the happy chops. Now, Shayne's just arriving for work. Have a look at his attitude. Have a look at the way he sees the day. Good morning.
Well, what's good about it?
Oh, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I'm dreading today.
Why?
We're going to be so busy. And Jodie called. She's not coming in.
Oh, she said she was sick yesterday, getting the flu.
She's always sick.
Well, that's not entirely true.
And we've got that meeting today. They're introducing the new system. Meeting at 10 o'clock.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
There was nothing wrong with the old system. It worked perfectly well.
It was too slow, Shayne.
We've had it for years.
I know, and that's the problem. It was too slow. I'm looking forward to it. I think it holds a lot of promise.
And you know what else?
What?
Jobs will go.
There's been nothing said about jobs.
And that's the reason. They've said nothing. They'll go. Anyway, I can't bear to start the day without a coffee.
Well, he's fixed me. Have you noticed that it just takes one person to come to work in a bad mood, then there's two, then there's three? How many of you have had that experience? And then the whole department's wound down. They pick up the phone, they transfer it to another department. At the end of the day, the whole organisation's depressed because one person didn't know how to control their attitude. Well, let's see if we can, with a little mind control, train your mind to select positive thoughts. Let's demonstrate that. And assuming that Shayne is now a happy chops, can you change your behaviour? Yes, we are not our behaviour. Good morning, Shayne.
Good morning, Patricia.
How are you?
Excellent.
Gee, what are you on? It's a fact that if you are exuberant or happy, what do people say? What are you on? And then they say, any left? All right, so let's try that again. Good morning.
Good morning, Patricia.
How are you, Shayne?
Excellent.
Gee, very nice. What are you so happy about?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to today.
Why?
Oh, we're going to be so busy. Jodie's not here. I'll be doing her work. Isn't it good that she's at home getting well? And the new system, the meeting about the new system at 10 o'clock, I love change. Could I get you a cup of coffee, Patricia?
Well, you can see the effect that had on me. But a good question. As you're watching those role plays, which one are you? Isn't it easy to whinge? You know, someone met up with me the other day, and she's a Joy Gem. In fact, her name's Joy. And she said, how are you? And I told her. And I thought afterwards, you misery guts. I mean, you can even teach this and fall into the trap, can't you? We've always got some good news to report, and it lifts other people. So I loved your comment. I love change. That's you, isn't it? I love change. Give me more. I'm looking for the opportunity in change. Even the words, how are you today? How many times do we ask people how they are, or we're asked and we say those words, not bad? Not bad. Not too bad. That's because we're expecting something pretty awful, but as it turned out, it wasn't as bad as we thought it was. A fellow said to us at a seminar one day, didn't he, Shayne? He said, I'm always asking people how they are. And if they say not bad, he said, I give them a card. And he says, as I give it, I say, if it gets any worse, give me a call. His job? Funeral director. What we're saying here is, when we say train your mind, we have enormous power as human beings that I don't think we use. Sports psychology perhaps comes close, where athletes are trained to think certain thoughts before an event. Yep. What we're saying here is that we have a choice each day the way we interpret what's going on around us. We can magnify the positive or we can magnify the negative. We, through our thoughts, beliefs and words, which are totally within our control, we can change those. We have the power to enhance or take away from any day. And we have to get into the habit of looking at things in a different way. One idea that we usually give to people is an ABC of changing their thoughts. A is to be aware of what you're thinking about. Any time you're being negative. What am I thinking about? And B is to go to your breathing. Because it breaks the pattern. Breathing, relaxing, changing your thoughts. C for changing your thoughts. ABC. Awareness of your thoughts, go to your breathing and change your thoughts. So what we're saying here is that the power of the mind can be your greatest asset. And one way to get things into perspective is through laughter. How many turn to laughter in tough times? Or you look for the funny side naturally? And I saw some of you people coming in. You've got a wonderful sense of humour. How many of you married someone for their sense of humour? Who wishes they'd married someone?